welcome to Bottoms Down, Chair Yoga for Everyone, the Slow and Short series. I'm Carol. I'm so glad you've joined us today. In this series, we'll move our bodies a little more slowly, and the classes will be shorter. If you haven't already, please click the subscribe button. Don't forget it's free, and we'd love to hear from you, so leave a comment. In today's practice, we'll explore poses to reset for the new year. It's a great time to reset our mind and body and breathe into the new year, getting ready for all of its possibilities. You'll only need a chair for today's class, and let's get started. So we're going to take a moment to ground our feet to the floor, and then ground your sits bones to the chair. So all that means is I want you to feel your feet on the floor and not leaning one way or the other. Let's go ahead and take a moment to close our eyes. And if you don't want to close your eyes, that's fine. Maybe you just simply look down at the floor, but not looking down with your head, just look down with your eyes. I call that softening the eyes. Just feel your breath, just your natural inhalation and exhalation. Maybe you make that breath a little deeper, inhaling a little more deeply and exhaling a little more completely. Bring your hands to your heart and set your intentions for today's practice. One more breath. Bring your hands back down to your thighs and open your eyes. And let's roll our shoulders up, back, and down. Let's do that again. So it's just a little exaggerated shoulder roll. And now let's reverse that. That should feel good. And do one more. Excellent. Okay, let's go ahead and just bring those shoulders down. So now we're going to reach back and grab the back of the chair. All right? Let your right ear fall towards your right shoulder and just feel that stretch in the side of the neck. All right, let's go ahead and lift up, and we're going to go to the other side. Go ahead and lift your head. Now we're going to tuck our chin and just look down at our lap. Look up and release. How did that feel? Let's do those shoulder rolls again just for the fun of it. What do you think? And reverse. Okay, so we're going to move into a pose. It's a cat and cow series. So the first thing we're going to do is bring our hands to our heart. Think about lifting through the spine. So crown of the head to the ceiling, and let's open into the throat just a little bit. See how that feels. Your abdominals need to be really, really tight here. Okay, so the first thing we'll do is move into cow pose. So all we'll do is we're going to take our hands, open them wide, reach back, and grab the back of that chair, if that works for you. If that doesn't feel good, you're just going to have your hands out. So we're lifting up into cow pose. Then we're going to round our spine, place our hands on our thighs, tuck the chin, look down at your lap into cat pose. And we're going to do that again. We're going to lift up into cow, grabbing the back of the chair, taking a deep breath in here, and then round into cat and exhale. One more time. We're going to lift up into our cow pose. That's our inhale. And then exhale, rounding into cat pose. And release. Very, very good. Moving on into extended mountain pose. We're going to take our hands towards the ceiling, but our shoulders are staying down. Belly is tight. Place your palms together, interlace your fingers, point your fingers to the ceiling. Do you see that, what I did there? Lean to the right. Coming up, lean to the left. Coming up. Let's release just for a moment. Keep your fingers interlaced and that pointer finger up. Okay, we're going to add a twist to that. We're going to take our hands to the ceiling. We're going to lean to the left. And then we're going to look up at the ceiling. Just a little twist. Feel your side waist working. You feel it? Take the twist out. Fingers to the ceiling, other way. Twist and look up at the ceiling. Take the twist out. Back to the ceiling with those hands and bring them down. Very good. Let's grab a sip of water. We're going to come to standing. And then we're going to move behind our chair. Okay. So this series is about body awareness. What we're going to do is we're going to rock our weight forward onto the balls of your feet. Your heels will still stay down, so don't think you need to take the heels off the floor. Just have the weight forward. You got your chair right here. This isn't balance, right? This isn't about balance. This is about body awareness, so don't worry about holding onto the chair. Okay, now we're going to come back so our weight is right in the center of the body. And now we're going to lean back just a little bit and lift all 10 toes. And don't worry, if your feet are in shoes, you can still lift your toes a little bit. You don't have to worry about lifting them high. But just lift them a little bit. It's fine. All right, we're going to come back center. Now we're going to lean to the right. So my left foot stays down, but my weight is all on that right side. Hold on to the chair. Let's come back center. And now we're going to lean the other way. And we're going to come back center. Let's lean forward. All of our weight are into the balls of the feet and into the toes. Let's bring our weight center. Now, as you lean back, I want you to lift the toes of the right foot only. Put those toes down. Lift the toes of the left foot only and put those toes down. Let's lean to the left. Come back center. Let's lean to the right. Come back center. Let's lean back, lifting your toes and center. Okay. We're going to try one thing and just see how it feels. You've got your chair to grab back a hold of if you want to. But we're going to bring our hands to heart and see if we can do some of that series. We won't do the whole thing, but let's see if we can do some of it without holding onto the chair. All right, here we go forward. Your weight is in those balls of the feet, right, and the toes. And then we're coming back, and then we're going to lift the 10 toes off the floor. Come back center. Come back down and grab the chair. Did that feel okay? Okay, we're going to try that same thing. This time, see if you can look down just a little bit. I call it softened eyes. Don't close your eyes, but just soften them and see it changes. It changes the dynamics of how everything feels, okay? You know you have your chair right here if you want to grab it. Let's give it a try. Here we go. Weight is forward in all 10 toes. Let's bring our weight center and let's bring our weight back and lift all 10 toes. Come back center. Lean to the right. Come back center. Lean to the left. Come back center and release. How did that feel? It's very interesting how when we really focus on certain parts of the body, there's a little bit of different kind of awareness that happens. Excellent. So we're going to come to the right side of the chair. Now I want your feet to be hip distance apart. You don't want to have your feet right beside each other. So take and make sure you've got some space between your feet. Pull your belly in. Bring your hands to heart. We're going to make a big circle with our arms. Bring your hands overhead and hands to heart. This is called a Sun Salutation. Now we're going to bring our hands back up to the ceiling and we're going to make that big circle around and bring your hands to your heart. Can we do that again? Let's give it a try. That big circle up, all the way, palms together overhead. Bring your hands to your heart. And we're going to reverse that. Up they go. Big circle. And bring your hands to your heart. We're going to add a little swan dive to that, okay? So only if you want to, make sure your abdominals are tight. We're going to reverse, big circle up, there's your sun. Bring your hands to heart. Now listen, as we come back up to mountain, we're going to do a little dive forward. Hands out by the side. How does that feel? Does that feel okay? Place your hands on your thighs and lengthen through the spine. It's a halfway lift. One more breath. Bend your knees and roll up slowly. And bring your hands to your heart. We're going to do that again. Are we ready? Big circle. There's your sun. Up to mountain pose. Bring your hands to your heart. Now we're going to take our hands back to mountain pose. Remember, pull your belly in. Let's dive forward, super gentle. Place your hands on your thighs. Extend through the spine, nice and long. Halfway lift, bend the knees, and roll up nice and slow. Let's come back around and have a seat in our chair. And grab a sip of water. We're going to do some elbow circles. Place your fingertips on your shoulders. Inhale and send those elbows up and forward. See if you can bring them together so that they kiss each other. Now we're going to take those elbows up towards the ceiling. So you should feel a nice stretch, right? You feel that? Yeah. All right, now bring your elbows back behind. It's like you're pinching a pencil between your shoulder blades. And then you're going to let your elbows fall to the floor. So this is just like feeling the weight of the elbows onto the tops of those shoulders. Do you feel that? Let's nod our head yes. Shake our head no. And nod our head yes. All right, let's go ahead and release that. Just take a moment. And then we're going to reverse it. Okay? All right, here we go. Let's place those hands right on those elbows. Now we're going to bring them back. Let's squeeze those shoulder blades behind you. And take them up towards the ceiling. Then you're going to bring them forward and try to touch them together. Don't worry if the elbows don't touch. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Just give that a go, right? And then let those elbows fall down. You're holding on to the shoulders. Let's nod our head yes. And shake our head no. And nod our head yes. Can we do that one more time in each direction? Let's do it. Up we go. Touch them together. Elbows to the ceiling. Bring them out to the side. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind you. Down they go. And reverse it. Squeeze the shoulder blades behind. Up they go to the ceiling. Forward. Touch. And down. Let's do one more nod. Head nod yes. And head shake no. And release. How'd that feel, right? Kind of good there on the shoulders. Okay, so now we'll do staff pose. And this looks like a very, very simple pose, and it is simple, but you can make as much out of it as you want. So as we sit, we call this grounding our sits bones to the chair. So we did this at the beginning too. So feeling your weight equally weighted on the chair. Place your hands under your arms and lift up through the chest. The crown of the head is towards the ceiling. So your belly is tight, you're lifting up. Now, you're going to let go with your hands. Try to maintain that lifted sensation. Place your hands on the chair, maintaining that extended lift. Do you feel that? One more breath and release. Ooh, how'd that feel? Can we do that again? I like it. Let's do it again. All right, so grounding our sits bones. Let's place those hands under our arms. Lift, belly tight, crown of the head to the ceiling. Let's place those fingertips on the chair, maintaining that lifted sternum, working it, and release. See what I mean? You can get as much out of that particular pose as you want, or you can just kind of hang out. Either is doable, but preferable to maintain that lifted sternum. So now we're going to do a little bit of a twist here. So it's super gentle. It should be okay on your back. We're just going to take our hand and we're going to place it on the opposite knee. The other hand is going to come back to our chair, and we're going to lengthen nice and long through the spine. Pull that shoulder back, turn and look. One more breath, and we're going to face forward. We'll do that on the other side, and then we're going to repeat it, okay? So this hand is going to come to the outside of that opposite knee. Other hand is back by the chair, on the seat of the chair, extending through the spine. Bring this shoulder back, then turn and look over that shoulder. One more breath and release. You can keep doing that version if you wish. If you want a little bit more, I'm going to cross my leg over. So my left leg is on top of my right. My left hand is going to come to the outside of that leg. The other hand is back on the chair behind me. Lengthen through the spine. Now I'm going to pull my shoulder back and I'm going to turn and look, but at the same time I'm going to press against this leg. So I've got a little more of a stretch as I twist. Let's release, undo your legs, and then we're going to cross the other way. This hand is on the outside of that knee. Other hand is back on the chair behind you. Lengthen through the spine. Pull that shoulder back. Turn and look. And if you want to press gently with your hand against the leg, you might feel a little more twist, only if it feels okay for you. And release. Let's go ahead and undo our legs. Sit back in your chair. You can lean back if you wish. Place your hands on your thighs. Flip your palms up towards the ceiling. Close your eyes or soften your eyes and breathe.
Full commitment. What you do is what you are committed to doing. Actions are driven by thoughts, and your level of commitment determines which actions your thoughts select. Your commitments are not necessarily what you say they are to yourself or others. Your commitments are evidenced by the results you get, by the way your life unfolds. You determine the nature and amount of thought, effort, purpose, and passion you put into each moment. Commitment bundles all those moments together in a coherent and meaningful direction. As such, commitment gives great power to your actions, knowledge, resources, and skills. Upon what goals, what dreams, what roles, what responsibilities will you extend that power? Look around your life at this time. It's easy to see what you've been committed to and what you haven't. What will you be fully committed to now, going forward? And the answer to that question is a significant part of the span of life that now stretches in front of you.
Let's take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Go ahead and open your eyes. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Drop your chin towards your chest. Drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. And drop your chin towards your chest. Go ahead and look to the front of the room. Bring your hands to your heart. Honoring one another, we say, Namaste. Thank you so much for joining today. I really appreciate it. Give me a comment. I would love to hear from you. And I will see you next time.